So Luffy snatched up Katakuri and dragged him into the mirror world, then just broke the mirror. And that was his only way out, so he came for straight business. And what the horse considers play, the monkey considers business. Think about that.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Yo, then he was just staring at Katakuri, bro. Like, what is he looking at, bro? Niggas be fake demons. Not a single thought behind his head, bro. But I will say, bro, that Suntai kind of fresh, though. They kind of fresh, though. Luffy then runs at Katakuri, and his weave game is simply unmatched. He didn't even get touched. He tried to hit the kick combo on him, too, but only hit Casper the Ghost. Then Luffy just walked right into his punch. I know that hurt right there. Luffy tried to walk down Katakuri, but was not hitting anything. So Katakuri spawned behind Luffy, talking about some, yo, you trash, little nigga. Out here moving like Prime Aizen is crazy. After that, he got a valid reason to call him buns, but Luffy couldn't allow this disrespect. Started going off on bro, and I thought he was sparking him with his combo. Back in my ABA days, I was hitting this combo every day like it was nothing. But then we see Katakuri was blocking all these punches with his own fist. He really stole Luffy's move and did it better. He was out here boxing like he's Prime Ken Kaneki. He then said some, you know I do it better than you, and started giving Luffy the beat. He was out here farming combo records like he's boxing the punching bag from Smash Bros. I started getting flashbacks to Connor versus Alvarez back in the day. It was looking bad. I know he was sitting there thinking, damn, there's genuinely levels to this shit. Right before he got put into a GTA 5 death cutscene, I heard the bells ringing in my ear. It was over. Yo, had this man stuck to the roof. Think about how hard you gotta punch a dude for him to stick to the roof like a bug. But I won't lie. I turned off my brother's 361 time to be funny. That nigga hit me so hard. The Xbox wasn't the only thing disconnecting. My soul went along with it. Don't ever turn off a nigga's console when he's playing Black Ops 2. It was not worth it. Luffy then came back trying to speed blitz him just to catch a John Marston cowboy boot to the dome. Then he gonna turn around and make it a two-piece combo. Why the hell he got them yee ass shoes on? Sir, you live in Candyland. You was not from the streets. You was Mr. Sweet Commander. Nigga, the commander of sweets, trying to act like he from the hood. You is not from Oregon, bruh. None of y'all will last a single second out here in Oregon, bruh. We got hellhounds. We got demons. We got jaywalking. Luffy didn't try to pull up with these big black balls and drop them in Katakuri's face, but he just grabbed them shits and started twisting them off, giving Luffy a first-class flight across the map. As he was bouncing bro's face off the floor, then threw him into a building. So Luffy tried to use his foot as a counterattack, and I was thinking, finally, bruh, he did some damage. But no, that's too easy. Katakuri was already behind him, talking about some,
Wallahi, bro. Wallahi, bro. I hope you die, nigga.
Slam Luffy down to the floor. Basically hit him with the Madara move when he had a whole second meteor just waiting for him. Had Luffy laying down like he's Prime Yamcha. Hard day for bro. It ain't easy. Then he gonna wake up to Katakuri's 12-6 ass standing over him on FaceTime with dudes talking about some, hey, little bro, yeah, yo, little mans, yeah, we whacked him, bruh. Blew that nigga up like a Looney Tunes character. We call him the Creeper now.
Nigga, why would you do that?
So Luffy pulls up with an elephant gun Gatling, and we see this man moving like an Enderman. There is absolutely no excuse to be ore farming like this. Someone tell me why he's just standing in the middle of these punches. He could have easily, with no effort, walked out of Luffy's range. But no, we got an ore farm. Then he just drops Luffy with a fist bump. It was some nonsense. And as Luffy's falling down, he stood over bro and gave him a devious whooping. Had bro bouncing off the floor. It was crazy. This must have been terrible for the Luffy stocks when this came out. He had to surpass Colin Capper nigga and take 2 knees, then fall down, booty in the air.
You must want me to slide in that little shit. I'll slide in that little shit.
After this, Luffy jumped into the air and tried to throw a punch at Katakuri, but he just caught his little baby hand, then threw him into the wall. It was bad. Had Luffy out here tap dancing for him like his personal jester. One of them hits, Luffy had to get the knees of Debo Sanders just to dodge. Well, he dodged one of the hits and then caught the other, but I guess it's kind of a smart play. I'm taking the Yeehaw boots over the yes, my sire spear any day. But at this point, Luffy was seeing stars over his head. He got the knockout animation like he's playing Wii boxing, looking like Pikachu anytime Ash was about to win a finals. Only after seeing Luffy getting chased down in first person did I realize how big bro was, bro. How is this fight even real? Who allowed this fight to happen? This headliner right here has to be illegal. Anyways, Luffy went for another elephant gun, but this time it's spinning. Nah, you a genius, big bruh. And Katakuri matched him on this. They had a little clash right here, but unfortunately, he didn't hit all his combos while Katakuri did. So he won the exchange. W reaction time. But I'm trying to figure out, bro, why did Katakuri spin his staff like this, then hit this Sensei Wu ass pose? Yo, he thinks he's Jackie Chan. I don't know why they walking around like sumo wrestling cowboys, but they was. does. And Luffy did all that just to jump into the air, immediately get caught, and slam back down. Yo, head first? It's gonna be a Mortal Kombat X-ray, there's no way. Then he gonna jump on top of him too. Bro fighting like a dude named Oramabov Murakarov Muedov. Luffy had to stop this man by grabbing his spear with his literal sandals and grippers. The difficulty of this cannot even be explained. I gotta give props to him for getting out of this. Unfortunately, Katakuri started cheating, turning the whole map into mochi. He then wrapped Luffy up into mochi and broke an anime rule. Didn't even let him power up, bruh. He canceled his animation, then dropped some mochi on him. Now he got the arm of I'm Kevin and Noah XZX. Y'all know them niggas in the Goon Gang, right? They know the Baddie Hub leaderboard by heart. Anyways, Luffy was trying to get out of this, but he just got crushed by even more mochi. This how you freaky Torta founders feel? Trying to carry your girlfriends at a Peso Pluma concert. So at this point, Katakuri thought he wrapped it all up. Bro went on his lunch break, even had himself some personal chefs too. What does he need a personal chef for? But he was in there eating donuts and iced tea. What kind of Chef PP booty ass meal is this, bro? I'd rather eat some Arby's. Okay, I'm lying. It's never that serious, but like, come on, bro. But what he didn't know is Luffy was also on his lunch break. Bro ate his way out of all the mochi. And since he's now a bit like Mesoke mixed with queso, he went for a nice little run, you know what I'm saying? Then came back and busted down Katakuri's lunchroom. Broke down every wall, and this dude didn't even notice. He was in there eating some donuts bigger than his head. You gotta be a different type of big to do something like that. He was moaning for his food, talking about some donuts. Bro, you are a fat ass. Get the fuck up and run them hands, bro. What are you talking about, bro? Look at the way he munching on this, bro. Why did his tongue just wiggle? This gotta be considered assault somewhere. He finally realized his crib was destroyed, and he took this personally. Didn't even care about Luffy. He pulled up and beat his chefs into some burgers. Then finally went back to his actual opponent and just started clashing with Luffy. Gave this man some type of Tom and Jerry hand. Bro was blowing on his hands like it cannot be that bad. But while that happened, Katakuri walked up and tried to give him a 100-0 combo. This is not okay. I mean, at one point, it was just a silhouette of an ass whooping. Why you got a Sahili Yeti? We already know who you are, buddy. But why was this man walking around with Lego arms, looking like that weak-ass Ben 10 alien? This is Ben 10's worst alien, by the way. I don't care what you say. Anyways, Luffy was boxing Katakuri and got his first taste of future sight. Almost kicked this man's head off his shoulders. After this, Luffy started dodging his moves way easier. Talking about some, I understand it now. So he said, why not just go Gear 4 and finish this now? So he did exactly that, and he was flying around all this mochi, pulling up behind Katakuri and hitting him with a punch of devastation. He then went on to put Katakuri in a cutscene. Bro got put in Luffy's newest highlight reel, posterized him. He really understood the game now. Punching Katakuri in the stomach, sending him blasting off again while he's hitting the limbo. Then put hands and feet on him while trying to catch himself. He really put Brody into a flashback to remind him that he needs this. He needed this so bad, he bounced off his neck just so his back won't hit the floor and he won't lose all his badges. That right there is a different level of dedication. After this, Katakuri was locked back in, seeing the future. Luffy was trying to punch him while this happened, and he ended up hitting King Boo. He was not hitting anything. He then spawned in his own giant fist, which Luffy somehow didn't predict coming. Like, come on, bro. He wasn't even trying to be sneaky. He just upped it on you, bro. Had this man bouncing off the floor like a Magikarp out of water. Like, come on, dude. Luffy then tried to kick his head in and hit nothing. It was a good attempt though, and I say good attempt for a good reason. He came back and covered Luffy in some mochi, then made the floor rise up, and my first thought was, please don't make him ride this, bro, that's too far. But instead, he just whooped him with it. At this point, Luffy had enough of that. Shit, Brody just started running for his life until he found the method, Katakuri's sister Brule, who has the mirror fruit. So he kidnapped her and left the whole mirror world. He then went on a side quest for like 3 episodes. I'm not trolling, bruh. He was just living his life. But don't worry, because Luffy comes back and he was on demon time. He was really locked in. He ran up on Katakuri and wait, what is happening, bruh? Am I in the Infinite Tsukuyomi? Nope. That's just Toei being Toei. Yeah, bruh. I totally want to watch Sanji bake a cake while Luffy's having one if not his best fight in the show. Like, come on, bro. Y'all greedy as hell. Anyways, Luffy tried tapping into Katakuri's bag, trying to use a little bit of future sight, you know what I'm saying? But just ended up getting hit with a 2-piece combo instead. Then Katakuri had this man playing Wipeout, dodging around all his punches, getting caught a few times, and it didn't even stop. He was trying to 4-stock Luffy. Like, ref, can we step in and do something? Give my boy a 5 count or something. But he kept XP farming, trying to learn hockey. Bro did not read the instructions. He's learning how to do his job on the first day. Next thing you know, Luffy's just out here using the same moves over and over again, just to get thrown to the ground once again. But we see Katakuri's other sister pulled up, and we've never seen a glazing specimen like her before. She was like, Katakuri gets so much money, hoes, and he has so much Rick Owens. Like, bruh, There's no way you came to the battlefield just to bounce on it. But just to impress Katakuri, she started sniping at Luffy mid-battle. Like he's already getting used as a premium bowling alley. Give him a break. Wasn't even a one-time thing too. Katakuri was sending bro to collect some Sonic rings. He's basically playing against a hacker. What do y'all want him to do? Katakuri got the same build, same badges, but better. But eventually, after getting hit so many times, Luffy started getting more used to his abilities. But there's one thing Luffy will never learn: how to pull out the mochi strap and start blasting at niggas. Like, I know he didn't just pull out a donut blaster. Then he brought out a bunch of donuts and cracked open a can of whoop ass. He was letting off on Luffy like we have never seen before. While this was happening, Luffy got sniped again and was unable to dodge when Katakuri tried turning him into Momo from Bleach. Because apparently, Katakuri's sister shot him with a poison dart. They couldn't even let bro get his ones and he's already losing. They was out here laughing while Luffy's legs was shaking. So Katakuri walked up to them, then stabbed himself in the liver. He was talking about some,
like, right now I'm pissed, nigga. Like, I'm not even trolling, nigga.
Then bandaged his sister like she's Prince Zuko. I'm gonna tell you why. This was an easy dub for Katakuri, but respectable. Now Luffy's gonna go on Twitter and be like, nah, bro, they jumped me, bruh. When he was already winning, she ruined his perfect win. Then Katakuri challenged Luffy to a hockey battle, and it's always cool when you see Conqueror's hockey clashing. It was peak cinema. Their hockey knocked everyone out. Then Luffy was like, you know what? I'm gonna wrap this up. Why didn't you do that 20 episodes ago, bruh? He started inflating his arm, and we see all the smoke pop up. And this is still my favorite transformation, Snakeman. He threw one punch, and Katakuri was like, wait, that's it? Boom! Got cracked in his face. Luffy started button mashing all these attacks, but this right here is like it would piss me off, because Katakuri caught on after only 2 punches. He started dodging Luffy, but he was still getting his licks in, not gonna lie. For some reason, Luffy was chasing Katakuri, and he turned into a donut and started rolling around. Like, what kind of tech is this, bro? I know damn well you faster when you running, bruh. Anyways, he pulled up behind Luffy with a spiked mochi ball, smacking Luffy, and he was stuck to it while he swung him around. And I mean swung him around through these buildings. I know he was dizzy after this. But we see Katakuri use all his strength to throw Luffy down to the floor. And who directed this, bro? Was it Toei? Are they moving like that for real? But damn, Katakuri, put the trend down. This build is not of human nature. But Luffy still managed to get up, and then boys started going punch for punch. When Luffy hit, Katakuri hit. Out here fighting like Bilal Muhammad. If someone don't finish something, bro, it's a 20 episode fight, bro, I'm gonna hurt someone. Anyways, Luffy cranked up some attacks and started letting loose on Katakuri. He was built to dish them out, but not to take them. He was doing his best trying to dodge these punches, but ended up getting forced to dance like Michael Jackson. I will say he made it though, and wow. What kind of Tom and Jerry hit is this, bro? Something crazy. Then Katakuri said, with this attack, it's all over. So of course I was thinking, oh, he's gonna do something crazy. Bro turned into a donut and started rolling at him. I cannot take him seriously when he's doing that, bro. He then ran at Luffy with this punch, while Luffy summoned a whole golden snake dragon, but it was actually his fist. I don't even know, bro. They went back to the manga and they hit this crazy hit. It was peak. Bro, Toei, bruh. Yo cannot be this greedy, bruh. Yo cannot be this greedy, bro. I'm gonna let y'all know Katakuri was sent back to default settings while Luffy was on power saving mode, and they stayed there for a couple hours, I believe. If Sanji's kid loving ass died during this nap time, I wouldn't even care, to be honest. But Luffy woke up first, and I guess he's the winner, even though he's crawling on his hands and knees, but whatever. Or so we thought, cause Katakuri also up, and he looked like he ready to fight. But then Luffy got back on his feet too. So Katakuri just paid his respects and gave bro the win. He know damn well they do not pay him enough for that. And that right there was Luffy versus Katakuri. I low-key miss covering these fights as short little videos, so let me know if you guys missed these. I'm thinking Ichigo versus Grimjow next, okay? Let me know what you think about that. I want to say happy late Thanksgiving. I'm so grateful for y'all, man. Thank you.